Oh, cause I got one hand in my pocket and the other one's holding a cigar. All right, guys, let's cut the cigar. It's also homemade. Bang. Got some Virginia flu in here, wrapped in Nicaraguan, and a USA broadleaf. So let's get. And I don't have a fucking lighter. All right, I'm back, guys. It just took me like fucking 20 minutes to find a lighter. But, anyways, young traveler. The storm will pass, young traveler. There's light at the end. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Dude, my nose has been bleeding like crazy. I don't know what's going on. This fall's got me feeling some type of way. Some type of way. Fall's got me feeling, got my nose feeling all types of shit. But anyways, we move forward. Yeah, so, I was singing the Alanis Morissette song at the beginning. I got one hand in my pocket and the one's holding a cigarette. You ever hear a Spanish girl say cigarette? Yeah, like, please work. Okay, you have not lived until you heard a Spanish chick say cigarette. I'm telling you, when I go out and meet a Spanish chick, every time I'm like, can you please say cigarette? Please. And they're like, okay, I'll say it. No, I just love the way they say it. But anyways, I got my milk. I got my ciggy. And we're vibing. We're freaking vibing. Just even draw smoke through this. Hold on. Gonna get a burn. All right. But guys, lately I've been consuming. Actually, let's talk about first things first. So I may have not dropped out of school. You know, um, Miss Buffalo, Miss Buffalo wouldn't let me in the class. So um, yeah. So I dropped. No, that's not why I dropped out. I was gonna drop out anyway, but that was just kind of like the icing on the cake. The teacher wouldn't let me in the class. Um, yeah. So the teacher wouldn't let me in the class because I was late. So I was like, I wanted to tell her like, I'll take the L, I'll take the absence, but like at least let me in the class so I don't fucking fail. Like, but yeah. So I was already gonna drop out, but no, I've said this before. Like, um, I'm a very um high agency person, meaning that like I don't like when people give me tasks to do, and I like doing my own projects. So really, entrepreneurship and creating my own thing and building my own thing is really the only option I have. It's either that or become a monk, and I'm not fucking becoming a monk. So entrepreneurship it is, baby. Let's go. So yeah, I don't know the path forward, but yeah. So young rebel, young traveler, you can rest here. You can rest motherfucking here. And I know that some of you are going through this too. Like, this smoke is beautiful right now. Um, you want something, or you just want to switch. And okay, so what essentially happened was like I did this concept. We call this burning the boats, right? So in I think it was uh the Iliad, like Homer, what is it called, the Odyssey or whatever. Um, there was this part of the book where like they burned the boats so they couldn't go back. Um, that's basically what I did, and I knew that, like I know that if I left college, I wasn't going back. Um, so this is basically like gun to the head survival, um, get after it mode, and I fucking love it because you have to be locked in. You have to be so locked, and I hate saying locked in, but like you have to be on a different type of timing, and I think that's the fuck. I think that's what a lot of people are missing, or modern society. I think that's what we're missing, is is being a hunter. The fuck should I label this? What should I title this video? Young hunter, you can rest here. Young warrior. What the fuck? Um, let's title it like peaceful warrior. You can rest here. Rest here for now. The sun will rise again. You know, as Samwise Gamgee. The sun will shine out the clearer. But yeah, I think that we're just missing that connection to our survival. Like survival, especially in America and first world countries, developed countries. My bad. I don't want to say first world, but my brother got yelled at in class for saying third world country once. But that's a story for another day. Um, but yeah, I think we're just missing that connection to our survival. We've lost that, and I'm not saying life has become too easy because there are certain things that are harder, and you know, there's different challenges arise every year, every day, every month, whatever. But I think that connection to that hunter spirit within us has been not lost, but it needs to be reignited. It truly does. Um, and the way you do that is you self generate um, problems. All right, I feel like there's a better way to say this. You self generate obstacles because the whole problem with our modern life is that, like I said, it's too easy in the sense where it's easy to survive. Um, you know, so you have to basically burn the boats. You have to create your own challenges and your own obstacles, and then beat them consciously. And like honestly, the truth is that life will um, challenge you no matter what. Like let's be honest here. Every day there's something else. But you know, when you really connect with your hunter spirit, you willingly go after those. Like you willingly accept challenge. You accept it. You fucking slap it on the ass and accept that shit. And then you fucking beat it. Pause. Yo. I love doing that smoke up in the air and then blowing it after. Pause. Fucking jeez. Bro, raw milk and cigars. Ultimate testosterone booster. Ultimate. But yes, we've missed that connection to our hunter warrior spirit. And young warrior, you know, you can rest here because a warrior always needs rest. But then tomorrow morning, or whenever the fuck you watch this video, you got to get up and do it. You got to get up and get after it again, knowing that the same challenges will arise. Your own mind will bullshit you. There will be resistance. There will be challenges. But you got to say fuck that shit. Like repeat after me, fuck that shit, and really get after it. Because something I've been noticing is that you know, at the beginning of the day, sometimes you know there's a lot of resistance, especially if you're on your purpose and you're doing creative work. There's resistance, but you got to be careful here because after like 30 minutes of doing the work, there's like nothing you'd rather be doing. So all it takes is 30 minutes. If you could get past, not even like fucking 20 minutes. If you could just get past those few that, that like first 10, 20, 30 minutes and do that successfully, your whole day is fucking set. I'm telling you, your whole day is set. Because you have it's like you've shown that's literally the hardest part of the day, at least for me. It's like fucking um just sitting down and doing the work, and those first 30 minutes, once I do those first 30 minutes, the whole day is just fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. But tomorrow might not be so. Yeah, I have to tell my dad that I dropped out of college. But that's try telling a fucking uh foreign foreign parent that you dropped out of college. Uh Not fun. I had to do that many times when I got homeschooled in high school. Because guys, I've always been a rebel. Like this has always been a thing, and I'm only just, I'm only just consciously realizing this, that I've always been a rebel. In a way, just like I just don't like doing the status quo when following what everyone else is doing. I actually despise it. It sickens me to my stomach, truly. And it sounds weird, but it's like, well, why would I copy what other people are doing? Why would I why would I copy what other people are doing when I could just do my own thing and be creative in my own way? You know? It's like I have one life. And that's something I've also been becoming aware of. Like I'll literally be like 30 years old soon. It goes by like fucking that. Oh, and I forgot to do the intro. Hey, beautiful people. um, yeah, I mean, it goes by like that in a fucking snap. Um, so what do we do? Like, what do you even do? Like, it goes by in a snap, and I feel like, guys, you gotta. There's something. This is actually really important. This change your fucking life here. Um, so social media has become this thing where it creates an echo chamber, and the algorithm gives you what you want. So the problem with this is that if you're stuck in a low consciousness state and a low vibrational state, it's going to feed you more of that bullshit. And you see this with stupid media, just nonsense. Waste so much time on this bullshit. It's actually disgusting. It truly it's disgusting. It truly is. What's one example of this? Fucking extremist politics from both sides. Like it's just stupid. Both sides are just fucking blaming each other. Like, and of course there's good political commentary. I'm not saying there isn't, but I'm just saying, if all you consume is just garbage media on social media, you're fucked. I'll just give it to you straight up. You're fucked, because that's not gonna fix your problems. That's not going to heal you. That's not going to do anything good for you. So we have to kind of rewire that mind that's addicted to bullshit. So many people's minds are actually so addicted, and I've been through this, but I've come a long way. Sometimes I still fall into it, but I've come a long fucking way. But so many minds are just addicted to bullshit. They love it. It's literally poop. It's metaphorical poop. So most people are just eating poop every day. Every time they go on Instagram, every time they go on Twitter, every time they go on even YouTube, Facebook, um, they're just eating shit, and they love it. They fucking love it. But you see, a hunter would never eat shit. You're here to rest. But then when you go, you eat the fucking liver of the bison, bro. You eat the fucking crocodile. These are late night cigar talks. Fucking, speaking of crocodile or fucking bison and bears about to fucking come from the woods. Guys, the other day, a couple of my chickens died. Sad days. Fox fucked them, literally fucked them up, bro. It was bad. But I have to make a video on that. How chickens actually help me um go from a boy into a man, kind of. There was a lot of things that helped me develop myself, or that and even to this day are helping me. But chickens, getting chickens, raising chickens, killing chickens, getting eggs from chickens, seeing chickens fucking die, um, that changes you for the better, for the better, for the better. I'll make a video on that. But yeah, we need to connect with our survival more, and one of the ways to do that is actually raise animals. But there's a lot of different ways, traveling, um, and just creating a conscious life purpose. And this is something school will never teach you. At least school, the way it is now, won't teach you this. They actually teach you the opposite, to build other people's dreams and to basically be a slave for the rest of your life. But uh, you, as a young rebel, need to create your own purpose, your own life purpose. And I remember, and I'm still working on that purpose. That purpose statement, that mission statement, that you could put it in just one sentence. What you do, and maybe it's for me. It's like I grow cool shit, or I grow stuff and then turn it into cool shit. Maybe that's my purpose. I don't know. That's what I do, kind of. But I don't know. Does it feel true to me? I have to really sit with myself and find out. I really do, and I do it all the time. Like you don't know how many hours, how many fucking hours, how many hours I'm gonna put in. I already have put in, and I want you guys to do the same. Truly, because you need that solitude. Of course, I'm a very social person. I love people. Uh, maybe a little too much, to the point where I can get ahead of myself. I see the potential in humanity, and it kills me. It fucking irks me when we don't live up to that. But anyways, anyways, yes, I see the benefits of solitude. You build you build in solitude, guys. You truly do. You truly do. And you fucking kill it. You kill it with other people. You build in solitude, and then you fucking have fun with other people. It's fucking lit. Do I even like that? Of course, you can build with other people. What I mean by build in solitude is like you build that foundation for your life in solitude, because when you have other people's opinions and voices in your head fucking telling you what to do, you're never going to be clear. You're just not. Your life isn't going to be yours. So you build in solitude, and then when you come out of that, the whole world is like different, right? You're you. You're so authentic to you. I don't know why people don't like the word authentic. I guess it has like a weird connotation now, but I feel like we overthink shit. Like, bro, like people are like, I don't like that word. I hate that word. And I guess I know what they're doing. Obviously, they're arousing, um, interest. They're not slick, unless they are. But yeah, no, it's smart to say. I say stuff like that. That's part of learning sales and marketing and stuff like that. As speaking of sales and marketing, I have a newsletter in the description. Join the newsletter. We got cool stuff in there. We talk about um, just personal development, psychedelics, gardening, cool shit, um, spirituality, social skills, all that stuff. Link in the description, kobewithay.beehive.com. Get in there. Newsletters once a week. But anyways, yeah, I don't know why people always say, even, actually I do know why. I say it too. But yeah, authentic is a good thing. But you have to actually develop that authenticity. It takes years to actually do that. If school, there's so much unfound potential with education. Um, and it'll probably take us thousands of years, shit, millions, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of years to actually get education to the point where it actually helps people become more of who they truly are instead of just factory farmed education for sheep, because that's basically what school is. Let's be honest here. um no, if you're I hate I'm saying it now. I hate saying this, but like, because it's so overplayed. It's like, if you're becoming a specific thing, if you want a specific thing, and you need a specific degree, then yeah, you need school. Like, if you're just there because you don't know what to do, there could be some benefit to that, actually, because you can get exposed to different sorts of people, and maybe you didn't grow up in that good of a place, and then you go to a college or something that's in a good area. That can actually change your life. That was kind of the case for me. It wasn't kind of the case as in I, I, I don't know. I feel like I'll just have fun anywhere. But anyways, yeah, the potential for education, for education, is infinite, fucking infinite. Hold on, let me check if this camera's on. It's on. Okay, just gotta make sure. Ugh. Yeah, no, my nose was bleeding and it got on my shirt. Like, I was ready to record and shit, and then like my nose was bleeding for like 20 minutes, and it got on my shirt, and it was my favorite blue shirt, and I was like, fuck, and I had to switch to the black shirt. Bang. What should I grow next year, guys? I'm thinking of growing like linen or some shit. Thinking of growing linen, and then, or fuck, I'm so stupid. I'm thinking of growing flax and then turning it into linen and then making like a shirt or some shit. That'd be fucking awesome. I gotta write that down, actually. Uh, Actually, I'm gonna write it on this napkin. Hold on. Guys, you always have to have a notepad near you. I have a notepad right there, but I have a scar in my hand, and that's not gonna work. What is it? Linen, grow. I'll just write linen. All right. Hopefully, I don't throw that away. But anyways, I was thinking about growing coffee too, but in New York, it's kind of, it's not impossible. Nothing's impossible, but they need a warm environment. Because, guys, with the cigars, I'm working on getting my um I have an LLC now. I'm working on getting a cigar license, like all the licensing, because tobacco's heavily fucking regulated. Which, I'm not complaining, but like, it's a lot to get that, because I feel like if I could create like small batch, artisanal, homegrown, homemade cigars, people would love that, and I feel like it would be valuable to people, and I could sell like boxes, you know, probably every quarter I could sell like a box or whatever, and that would be awesome. But we're working on that. I probably have to get a lawyer to show me all the stuff, because it's just so much easier with a lawyer who knows this shit, you know. And I don't want to waste time trying to learn it myself. Like that, like that's true education. Like, you're getting someone specifically to teach you something, and and show you the ropes in a way. Hopefully, no, it's kind of sick to have like a friend who's a lawyer and shit. What the fuck was that? I swear I just saw. I don't know what the hell that was, but there's a moth right there. One of my friends um wants to be a lawyer, but wants to be a lawyer. You know the deal. You know the deal. But anyways, Yeah. No, I'm I'm still on this Spanish chick saying cigarette. Guys, I'm telling you, if you're a girl watching this and you're Spanish, like you have a superpower right here. If you can say you can say cigarette like that, like come on, any guy's gonna fall for you. I'm not a simp, I promise. That's some of the bullshit on social media. This whole what do they call it? Like this what do you even call this gender media? This this manosphere bullshit. Like, guys, at a certain point, I got caught up in this too. Like every young guy gets caught up in it, but you got to go again. So you got to move through things fast, especially the unhealthy shit. Like there was a time where I used to binge eat, but then I have a knack for for burning through stuff. And what I mean by that is burning through bad habits. Because my whole take on habits and stuff like that, like if you have habits that you don't like or that aren't serving you and stuff like that, maybe they of course what's really going on is that your ego is attached to them and it's using it for its own survival. So what really needs to happen is you need to transcend them. You need to change your survival priorities consciously through ego development. And that's a story for another day. But I have a knack for just burning through bad habits. So there was a time where I had binge, where I was binge eating for a good like 6 months. Um, I was really gonna kill myself because it was so bad. But then like I just find ways to burn through the bad habits, and now it's like it never even happened. You know. So if you have like bad habits and stuff, like for instance you are addicted to weed or whatever, or even a better example, maybe like if your like child or some shit is addicted to sugar or something, um actually let's use you like if you're addicted to weed or something and you it, it's weird because what if you know so what if instead of fighting against that habit you just said to yourself, I have this habit, um it's not going to change from me fighting it, so how am I going to change it? You have to change your priorities in life, and because you can't be a serious person and at the same time be addicted to things. It's not going to work because they just get in the way of you being productive and really getting after it in life. So the way for you to change is to basically connect with your purpose, your life purpose, and maybe you need the weed to show you a higher path. Maybe you need the sugar addiction to show you a higher path. And maybe you need the fucking sex addiction to show you that there's more to life. Maybe you need these things. Maybe there's a higher purpose that we can't see to certain things. Like this whole thing with like the depression and stuff. Maybe you need the depression to show you, to awaken you essentially. Because without it, you would have never awakened. This cigar tastes fucking awesome. Oh my god, it's a homegrown baby. It tastes like almost like sweet, like a cigarette. I can't say it. Oh my god, damn it. But yeah, this nighttime vibe is crazy. Bro, it's October 5th and it's still 80 degrees. And this is New York, guys. When I was growing up in New York, dude, by this time it would be like fucking 30 degrees during the day. You know, I'm not, the people who say global warming isn't a thing, I'm pretty sure it's something. Either the sun is legitimately getting hotter or the fucking earth is moving closer to the sun. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But the weather has definitely changed 100%. Like, yeah, I don't know how I don't know what it is, but I don't know how you can deny that the weather is legitimately changing. That's just me, but like, I have no idea. And I'm pretty sure there's probably some, science to this shit, but I don't, that's not really what this is for. But I guess I am a scientist in some way or fashion. I'm a scientist of creating random shit, I guess. But yeah, sometimes I like looking back on how I got to where I am and stuff like that. And it's important that I take full responsibility and full ownership of where I am. And I'm actually happy where I am. But like, you know, you guys probably watching this understand that there's levels to the amount of ownership that you take and then take on. Um, you need to get to the point where it's like you take 100% ownership for everything in your life, and that's a conscious fight because your ego doesn't want to take responsibility for life, and this is an individual solution, right? You as an individual can take 100% responsibility for your life and make this fucking dream of a lifetime. 100%. If no one's ever told you this, I'm here to tell you this. If you're listening to this, my leg is asleep. Fuck. My leg is asleep. Hold on. But yeah, if no one's ever told you this, I'm here to tell you this. And, you know, will you believe me? I don't know. But you can make this the dream of a lifetime, guys. 100%. I'm looking at you. You can make this the dream of a lifetime or the nightmare of a lifetime. And that all depends on you taking 100% ownership for your life. And there's a lot of people who say, like, the number one, the first principle of all self improvement and personal development and spirituality and stuff like that is um, taking, extreme ownership, basically, 100% responsibility, which is, you know, it's true. That is the core principle. But what I'd say even more than that is the number one principle. The first principle is a love for life. And I want to make a full video on that. Like, how do you love life? Because it's something I've really taken on as a challenge to really love life. Be that you want to be that person who just lights up the room, guys. You just really like, your presence, and you're not even trying to do it. Like your presence, you love life so much and you take full responsibility and you're just aligned with your life purpose and you know what you want and you're clear, and you're healthy. And then you just beam through, beam through. That's the life. And you inspire others to do the same. That's the life of a warrior. That's the life. So what should I call this video? Calm down. Fuck. What should I what should I label this? Like warrior. Chillax for a second. I don't know what the fuck. But yeah. But it's almost like every day I feel like more of myself. I feel more like quirky and real and weird and just like basically like in my body kind of. It's very pleasant. Like it's very pleasant to be grounded in your body. Extremely pleasant. It's almost like You're not afraid to like be weird, like say like I say Bangatron, like Bangaloony and Duty, like like Duty as in dude, like what's up, Duty? Like just like these weird sayings that get you through the day. And I don't even like saying that. Get you no that make the day better. You know what's another one? Another one I say is put the car in the back. Put the fucking car in the back. I have to make a fucking video on that. Oh my god. You know, next so put the car in the back, it basically means, you know, it just translates to like it is what it is. Like let it go. Like put the car in the back. Put the fucking car in the back. Repeat after me. Put the car. Put the car in the back. In the back. Bang. The Tron. But yeah, we need to connect more with warriors, rebels. I actually made a newsletter. My latest newsletter was I was talking about how to, if you're a rebel, you have a gift. You've been blessed. I'm telling you, 100%. Um, and what is that gift? It's the gift of agency. So agency is basically your ability to act without permission, and that is a key, a fucking key to living a good life. Because especially today, like I've said, we're so disconnected from our survival. But if you have agency and you could set your own goals and your own plan and your own mission, that's worth $1 trillion fucking dollars. I'm telling you, that's worth $1 trillion because you can tap into a source of creativity that provides what the fuck was that? That provides massive value, and that's the key. That's what I want everyone watching this to actually um, develop in their life. Their ability to provide massive amounts of value to the world and be creative and build a life on that foundation, not building someone else's dream but building your own. Now that's lit. That is litty titty. But anyways, let's drink some milk here. We're almost at the end of the cigar. But yeah, guys, it's been real. It's been freaking real. It's been so real. um, yeah, yeah, it's been fucking real. So, guys, I'm gonna stop the video soon, but let's end off with some words here. Oh, say again. um, warrior, young rebel, you have a gift. You have a massive gift, and full moon actually. No, wait, wax. No, it's a waxing gibbous. If there's any astrology chicks watching this, you might know. I'm not sure, but any rebels out there, you you got a gift. I'm telling you, the gift of agency, the gift of an of a love for life. There's a reason you're here, and I can't tell you why. You have to create that why. You know, and that's the beauty, right? That's what makes all of this like so amazing. That's what makes life so amazing because when you get to the point where you realize that you don't have to live the way other people are living, you don't have to do the things other people are doing. You get to choose how you want to live and the life you want to build. And you do that through patience and consistent daily work on whatever it is you're building. And it's actually fun. That's the thing. Like when you mix your work with, you know, freedom and hobbies and travel and all this just cool stuff that develops you into a proper and alive and awakened human being. Um, Again, this is like I can't even explain the value of this. This is worth if someone okay, so if someone came to me and said that if I was like, okay, so if I was like 50, right? I've had success, I've done all that stuff, and someone came to me and said, I will give you $1 trillion. Let's make it better. If I was like 35 and someone said, I'll give you $1 trillion. I'll give you $1 trillion, or you could be 21 again with $500 in your bank account. But you have that love for life and that passion, infinite passion for life as a 21-year-old. Of course, you want to have that all throughout your life, but I'm just saying, um, I would, there would not even be a thought in my mind, a thought to choose the $1 trillion. I would 100% choose the $500, being 21, and having that infinite passion, infinite love for life, and infinite engagement. Now, if you choose the $1 trillion, I wouldn't, I wouldn't judge you, but I would advise you to really look at the value of your youth. And even if you're 35, that's still fucking young. That's young as fuck. I'd say old is like 90. Bro, when I'm 90, bro, if I make it there, I'm just saying, but like, when I'm 90, I'm still gonna kill it. Still gonna kill it. Maybe the raw dairy will get me there. But yeah, I would 100% choose 21, $500, infinite passion, infinite love for life, infinite motivation, stuff like that. Um, and I basically just described my life, basically. Um, I basically just described it. But yeah, definitely, guys. Um, be a warrior. Be a fucking warrior. Be a hunter. Be a rebel. Because that's what we do best. So I'm out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed the nighttime talk. The sun will rise soon, warrior. So you better be on your way. And I will see you on the next one. We're going to give a puff and then send you on your way. Peace.